Hi Mucker, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. It has been a lot on the internet recently, I think we can all agree that. And a couple days ago, some really big news happened in terms of Gabbie Hanna. And obviously, we've been talking about the explosive episode of what we're seeing with frenemies that I'm now getting a chance to talk about this, and this has been super requested for me to do. It is about Gabbie Hanna. Who's that? Who is Gabbie Hanna? Great start to the video. This video, like, you know what? I'm gonna keep that in. Today we're talking about Gabbie Hanna. I don't know where, like, oh my god. Anyway, so Gabbie Hanna and Jessie Smiles. Now, if you don't know anything about what has been happening between these two, I'm gonna give a very censored, quick overview. Jessie Smiles and Gabbie Hanna have a really bad history because Gabbie Hanna has been accused of, you know, supporting and enabling and protecting the man who R-worded Jessie Smiles, a guy called Curtis. And now for so long there has been this back and forth on social media that, you know, Gabbie Hanna had done these tweets supporting Curtis against Jessie Smiles, you know, believing him over her. And Gabbie always denounced that these tweets ever existed. And nobody was ever really could prove that these tweets existed because there is, you know, some tweets that have been deleted from Gabbie's profile and everyone has been led to believe that these are the tweets that are defending Curtis. You know, the man who R-worded. What is happening over here? Oh my god, my kitties are going insane in the other room. You know, the man who R-worded Jessie Smiles. And so this has been a back and forth that Gabbie has denied over the years that she would ever tweet support, whatever, you know, go against Jessie Smiles. And it's been an incredibly toxic, sad back and forth. Jessie Smiles has now released in many videos on Twitter the phone call that happened between her and Gabbie Hanna a while ago. Now, it's important to note that they both consented to this being recorded. They both texted, I think Gabbie texted first that, you know, she wanted to record and Jessie said, I'm also going to do it, but didn't have the intent of releasing it. And a lot of people were like, why are you releasing this call when you said you weren't going to? Well, for one, Gabbie Hanna is continuing to lie on Jessie's name, so she has every right to release it, especially whenever Gabbie is threatening to release it and Gabbie is making this series about everyone who has ruined her reputation, even though that person is just her. So this is incredibly triggering, what we are going to be watching. It is the videos of Jessie on the phone with Gabbie, and in it, Gabbie pretty much admits everything that she has not wanted to admit publicly. And this has really ruined Gabbie Hanna. And Gabbie knows that it's so bad, trending on Twitter, everyone flooding her replies with calling her out. Gabbie has been just posting workout videos and singing videos and dancing videos, which is a big F you to everyone, but also there's nothing more she can do because she has doubled down over the years that, you know, everyone was lying and Jessie was lying and, you know, trying to make Gabbie look like a bad person. Now we have it from Gabbie confirming what everyone has been saying, and Gabbie now will not take accountability and is running from it because everyone now knows what actually happened from Gabbie's own mouth, privately, but is now public. So, Jessie Smiles tweeted, Gabbie and I had a phone call last summer. I never planned to release it. In fact, there's nothing I want more than to never think or ever talk about Gabbie Hanna again. But her continued lying about my trauma has officially broken me and I don't know what else to do. So there's a couple videos here and we're just going to go through them. Again, this, I do need to put a trigger warning attached to this. So it says, as my November 2019 video, as far as I was aware, Gabbie and Curtis had spoken once.
You hung out with Curtis's friend. Curtis was there, pulled you to the side, told you, I'm so sorry I was mean to you. I can't believe what Jessie did to you.
It turns out they had spoken at least 3 different times. The following is a portion from a phone call. Okay, so this is important to know. Gabbie said, almost ready for a call. Before we start, I need consent to record for obvious reasons. I don't feel comfortable having a conversation without it being documented. And Jessie said, yes, I consent to record. I'll be recording as well, of course. So they both agreed to this being recorded. So people, you know, were like, oh my god, she's exposing Gabbie. They both knew this was being on video.
He FaceTimed me right after our first fight because I genuinely, dead ass, do not know how people knew about it.
And why'd you pick up to him?
I didn't have the number saved. That's the first situation, was a FaceTime call. The second situation was when we were at an event and he tried to take a selfie with me, and I was like, no, that's not happening. And then the event that I'm assuming you have to be talking about is when I was at 1600 Vine, and then he came there. I think I was at Lele's, and then he showed up, and I was like, oh, fuck no. He tried to talk to me and pull me aside there.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a completely different situation.
So Gabby is confirming that she has talked to Curtis on multiple occasions and that he was trying to talk to Gabby and she allowed it to happen, which is exactly what she says has not been the case for the longest time.
But that's literally months and months later.
You were at a place with his friends. He showed up and pulled you to the side. I said that.
You hung out with Curtis's friend. Curtis was there, pulled you to the side.
It's just
I said
and you
that.
said that as the way that it all went down.
Showing her lies.
Hang out with, like, his friends.
You admitted to it.
People who knew Curtis. I think I was at Lele. We all lived in the same building.
Yes, and he showed up and pulled you to the
And
side.
guess what? I am allowed to have friends. I'm allowed to collaborate. Like, I can't cut everybody out of my life.
There we have Gabbie Hanna saying that she's allowed to have friends when being confronted with, were you befriending my A word? A-B-U-S-E-R. And Gabby's like, I'm allowed to have friends. Are we seeing the issue here?
Even though you spoke to him all these times, I'm finding out now, and honestly, I'm frankly disgusted. So I didn't even know all of this. I didn't know you took
What are
it.
you talking about? You're disgusted. I literally just told you about the first
Don't tell me what am I talking about. I just had a. Don't tell me that because I just had a panic
It's like
attack.
Gabby
Hearing you
gaslights
say it
everyone.
Heard him out.
He said, do you mind if I tell you the story of that night? And I said, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Like, I've heard her side. You can tell me yours. So he told me the exact same story. Like, literally.
I
So
didn't
here-
even know that he told you.
Here we have Gabbie Hanna saying that she was willing to hear out Curtis talking about what he did to Jesse. So confirming that it did happen and whatever like that. Gabby wanted to hear him out. You know, against her friend. Like, Gabby! Oh, and then how is she like, yeah, I'm allowed to hear him out. I wanted to hear him out.
Sorry.
This is the issue.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so he told me the story, and then I told him.
Why would you listen to him? Why would you listen to him? Like, really? Why would you, even...
I was getting ready to defend you. Like, I was
But
getting
for
ready to
what?
actually
Just don't...
that's
Just
not
say...
That's Gabby's justification. I wanted to hear him talk to me about what he did to you so that I could call him out on his lies. Gabby.
No, sir, thanks. Like, fuck you. Like, even though she's not my friend, I don't want to hear how you think you didn't rape her.
Literally, I deadass was waiting for him to lie. And like,
Who cares? Like, just hang up. Fuck him.
Jesse, I wanted to fight for you too.
Don't, like, literally fuck him.
I agree. Fuck him. I agree. But like when he said that, I literally wanted to catch him in his lie. But then
For what?
he told me the story, and I told him, well, Curtis, that is literally the story that Jesse tells. And at the end of the day, she was asleep. Like that is what I said.
I didn't...
How,
excuse me, I need to call you back. I'm sorry. I'll call you back.
Okay.
how is
Sound like I'm friends with
Gabby justifying this? And Gabby's literally, like, the argument Gabby's making is, you're making it sound like I'm friends with him. Everything you're describing is that you wanted to hear him talk to you about what he did to her, and you said that you never did that, and you wanted to hear him out, and, you know, you're allowed to have friends, and, you know, you were never with his friends, but you were seen with them. And it's like, this makes me feel so, like, crumbling in on myself, and it's not even my story. Shame on Gabby!
No, I'm not. I'm...
story from the start.
I'm just saying, how could I get...
Like you, this isn't news.
It is news!
Jesse, that's literally always been what I've said. I've always said, he asked me to tell, it's literally in my notes on Twitter that I said he asked me if he could tell me the story, and I wanted to catch him in a lie, Jesse. Like, I was ready to fucking tell him off and be like, that's not true. And then when
It seems like she's playing both sides here.
Yeah, so you're telling me the same story, which is she was asleep and you raped her. That's what I said. And then he said, okay, well, now you at least know it from my side. I said, okay, I'm never going to publicly bash you, or defend you. I'm never going to publicly bash Jesse. And
Yeah, right.
And he did try to blackmail me, by the way, afterwards.
And by the way, that is not true. Gabby has since publicly bashed Jesse multiple times.
Did you lie? about never speaking about me that day on TMZ article. Why did you lie about defending Curtis?
I said I never ditched my friend for her rapist or publicly defended my best friend's rapist.
This was the day the story broke. I hadn't seen the article yet.
This is catching Gabby out on every single lie. For years. For years she has been lying.
Tweeted, I genuinely
allegedly.
have no idea what his tweet was. I responded with a current Vine meme, which was a Big Sean Lil Wayne song. Beware, beware, beware of a woman with a broken heart. I don't remember what he said. Obviously, it had nothing to do with the rape case. So that was that day before I ever saw it. The tweet is deleted because I was like, oh shit, I didn't understand the context of anything about
So
this.
she did tweet about it when she said she had.
One of my friends, like a guy friend, was falsely accused. And it fucked up his life, and all of a sudden it came out that it was false. And I fucking hated that bitch. So when it came out, like, I said that thing about whatever the thousands, I don't remember, I have no idea what it actually said, but it's clear.
I'm not reading out what Gabby said, but basically she is justifying, calling people liar and, going against Jessie because she experienced one of her friends lose everything from a false allegation. So she's willing to attack and...
I said something along those lines. First of all the ones that I saw, because I never went back and deleted anything, so all the ones that I saw
Isn't true.
never showed that. They said, get popcorn, or why is TMZ talking about fires? And then I saw the one that you're referring to, which said, somebody responded, the actual tweet's not there, so I don't know what it says, and somebody said something about, thousands of women, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, I remember this. I tweeted this and deleted it like a minute later, because at that point, if you don't remember, we had no idea who each other were. I barely had a Vine account. I had a few thousand followers on there.
Right.
I was literally a fan watching Vine.
Gotcha.
I said something stupid that I felt bad about.
So basically, Gabby did tweet whenever she's been telling us that she hasn't. She's admitting on this private voice call that she... Are we seeing...
And now years later, we're talking about it when you and I, like, the fact that that's even coming up now, and that you use that as an argument when we became friends.
This is so gaslighting, and Gabby says that about everyone else.
As a fan of Vine and a follower who was commenting on the lives of two people she never met.
I'm sorry, you can't...
Hey, I let you speak, please.
What? Gabby has the nerve to say, I let you speak. Like, let me speak. This doesn't apply in this one.
Regret it.
Oh my
I
god.
put it up, I regret it. As a fan of Vine and a follower who was commenting on the lives of two people she never met.
I'm sorry, you can't...
Hey, I let you speak, please. So just like commenting on my life and my situation, our situation.
Oh my god.
That's what I did. I put some tweets up.
So she did.
I obviously don't agree with in 2020.
She said that she didn't, but she did.
Years ago,
Correct.
and I didn't remember them until I saw them again. I was like, okay, yeah. But my whole point of this is, why is this coming up in 2020 when we became friends 8 months after those tweets were even out? So it just shows that you're retroactively trying to paint me as a villain when I...
Gabby,
So-
the answer to your question is you.
It's all about
You realize
Gabby.
that in your video, that is not factual, like when you said, oh, I had no idea the context. Like, you do understand that obviously that's not true.
No, I don't. Okay, Jesse.
Yeah.
You do understand, and I know that you know this.
Mhm.
When that story dropped, every single person was saying that you lied.
Are you kidding me? Is that your justification? Because
Jesse, I'm telling you.
everyone's apologized to me for it, first of all, and it doesn't make it better.
And so have I.
And you're taking it back by trying to pretend it never happened. If you want people to stop calling you a rape apologist, you have to address the tweets. 'Cause-
Jesse, and I will, but I also...
Okay, that's it.
Oh my god. So basically, Jessie puts up on the screen all of the tweets that Gabby has
The
done,
history of our relationship, and that's what I plan on
and it's
Stop
just...
calling you a rape apologist. You have to.
It's basically just Gabby saying that people are lying on her name. Now we have her admitting that what they're lying on her name is actually...
about the history of our relationship,
Jesus.
and that's what I plan on doing, is saying...
How is that relevant to you being a rape apologist? This was the
Jesse,
first.
how is anything you did in your video relevant?
You did a DM, and I basically did a table reading of it.
This is insanely weird that when Gabby is being presented with this argument, like, the most she can say is, you're trying to paint me to be the villain! Oof.
I want a public...
Damn it.
I want a public statement of apology saying I should have never done this. It was inappropriate to share private conversations publicly. That is the way that I will stop talking about this and literally drop it. I want something that says I'm sorry that I hurt this person. I should not have done this. I shouldn't have shared private messages. And straight up, like, my lawyers will not let me drop this without an NDA. Because, like, I'm going to live the rest of my life wondering, when's the next time Jesse's going to be like, you know what, fuck Gabby. She did do this. I want to expose her again. And, like,
Yeah, so here's the thing. Gabby keeps making a point that Jesse exposed her, but Gabby's made so many videos again. I can't believe Gabby's, like, forcing her to do it. Like, she's the victim. You know, I need a public statement from you. Apologizing.
I genuinely just want it to be fucking for real over.
Let's keep this offline and just sue me, and we'll see what happens in court. And then we don't have to bring our followers through this. We don't have to bring our fans through this.
Ooh.
And we get to the bottom of what's been, you know, hurting you. Just sue me, and then we won't have to bring our fans into this.
I'm more interested in bringing my fans into it because those are the ones who are affected.
What?
I don't want your money.
What? I literally cannot. What? What? Gabbie Hanna just said on the record that, you know, with all of this drama and all about being a R-word apologist and, you know, against Jesse, and where Jesse's like, literally sue me if the issue is... Gabby's saying, no, I just want to bring my fans into it. Your children fans. This is not a sane person. My followers need to be brought into this. My fans need. Your children fans? The ones who are posting videos, literally 12 years old, defending you on Twitter over the past week. What is wrong with this woman? Oh my god.
I do not want your money.
I'm not saying...
I don't want it.
I'm literally saying... Like, I think your fans are affected too, because
Yes,
this
they
is,
are,
they're,
deeply.
I mean, like, I see your live streams and I was worried.
You should be. I'm fucking suicidal.
I'm sorry, I'm really
I
sorry.
have to continue to do this because I feel
No, that's why we shouldn't. I don't,
silence.
yeah, I don't want
That
to,
has not helped me. I still have to clear my name, so I have to, like, keep doing this.
Keep harassing?
You are narcissistic abusers.
Yeah.
And you have been for 6 fucking years, Jesse Smiles. I have to keep that in.
so you're telling me you're gonna go on live stream, you're gonna tell all your followers everything about all our past. I don't see an end game in that for you. And that's why I was saying just to sue me.
Jesse, that's stress for me too.
I know
Like,
that.
I keep going and sitting with these litigators, thinking about the idea of people saying how terrible I am for suing somebody with a child. What I want is for people to hear my side. I have no desire to take food out of your kid's mouth. I know that, like, your kid is in, like, speech classes. Like, that shit's expensive. You're a mother. You're a family. I don't want to hurt you. The only thing I want is for...
I don't want to hurt you privately. I want to hurt you publicly.
Like, my story is heard, and for this to go away, obviously people are going to keep asking me about it, and, like, if it's not going to happen, then I need to, like, continue doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want you to work on a public statement.
What?
People are going to keep asking me about it.
This is
and, like,
not real. How is this real?
To, like, continue...
I mean, it is real, but I like, how is it real?
And I also want you to work on a public statement, and then we can work on it together. I want a public apology that should never have been made public.
That's not gonna happen, so I understand.
Okay, so then we keep going.
I'm not doing anything with you. Like, I'm not. Like, this is not, you say we keep
I'm
going.
gonna keep going then. I publicly apologize.
This is like
for this
evil.
situation that should have been private. So I think that it's only fair that you can also extend that same courtesy to me, considering what I've been through. This isn't me trying to, like, hurt you or threaten you in any way. Like, this is not...
This is where she is.
do this or it's gonna happen. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of is. But it's just like, I'm not doing it to hurt you. Obviously, people are gonna keep asking me about it, and, like, if it's not gonna happen, then I need to, like, continue doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want you to work on a public statement. And then we can...
There is so much gaslighting from Gabby in there. For Miss Gaslight Hanna, Queen herself, what is going... This is so far beyond. This is so disgusting. Jesse, I feel so awful for you that you're trying to rationalize with this woman being like, sue me then, let's take it to the court. And Gabby's like, no, I'm just gonna do it online. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna write you an apology that is gonna be for me, so I'm gonna write myself an apology. You tweet it out, and then I'm still gonna send my fans to harass you, but that's just because, you know, like, I love them so much. That is not a sane woman, and I don't say that lightly. This is absolutely terrifying, and all of these tweets have went viral, and Gabby is yet to respond to it, and it's just like, shame on Gabby. Shame on Gabby. But I want to know what your opinion is of it. We can talk below. I'll be in the comment section reading, so let me know. I love you. Bye. Like, Jesus Christ. Bye.